Down here working on the blue VL today. A lot's been happening in the pipeline, a lot in the background. We'll touch base on that and you'll see that will unfold. Now I've started putting everything on. So we've obviously got the painted bumper bars with the black that follows along the sill panels, which is factory on the Calais. We've got the new tail lights, refurbished garnish, new stickers, new boot rubber. This is a big Katabani, Brandon Katabani. This guy is worth millions. We're doing there, alright, cuz? Hey boys and girls, it's your boy CK. We're down here working on the blue VL today. A lot's been happening in the pipeline, a lot in the background. We'll touch base on that and you'll see that will unfold. But on this one here, you would have seen a while ago, we wet sanded the shell, quarters and roof, and polished them. So they're pretty much done. They just need the final refinement once the car's completed. Now I've started putting everything on. So we've obviously got the painted bumper bars with the black that follows along the sill panels, which is factory on the Calais. We've got the new tail lights, refurbished garnish, new stickers, new boot rubber. Pretty much everything on this car is going to be new. We are yet to still wet sand the doors, but you'll see in a second how good the finish is on that. It's almost the same as the quarter panel that's been wet sanded. Yes, the quarter panel is a bit more flatter and less orange peel, but there's almost close to next to nothing peel on these doors. So as you can see, this car is dead straight. It's beautiful. So I'm just going around putting the doors on, and you'll understand why we need to make some space in the house because we've got big things happening. But yeah, we're trying to minimize some room at the moment because we need to make some way for some new things. So we're gonna put the doors on. Well, I put the doors on this side. They're all in with the brand new pins. I've then gone around to the back of the car, so I'm just working my way around. I've pretty much finished with the back now. I've got to put the bar upper molds on and the eyebrows on and the boot, which I'm going to do next. So I'm going to put the boot on, then I'm going to get the car out, put the two doors on the other side on, and then that's pretty much going to be it for today on it. On Thursday, we'll address Bailey channels and door rubbers, wet sand the top half of the doors, get them polished, and then we'll look at putting the handles and the locks in. I don't want to put them in now and cake them with the polishing compound. So best to leave them out for now. But it's coming up really, really nice. This thing here is been here for quite some time. It has not been rushed at all, like every other car. But yeah, we're really just dialing this in and getting it 110%. So no, it's looking really good, man. I'm really, really happy with it. As I do, and most people do, the build direction changes. And it happens a lot, and I'm finding more and more on these VLs, people that are changing their mind on the engine bays once the engine bays are painted. So for a long time now, when I say to a customer, do you want a smooth bay? And they say yes or no. When they say yes, I said, what do you want? You want no aircon, no fuse box, no battery tray, box rails, deleted overflow bottles, deleted wiring looms, bonnet cables, bonnet latches, the whole fucking lot. I know I'm off the back of my head. And I go through it with the customers every time. And I probably repeat that exercise about 3 times. If you've got your car done here and you've had an engine bay done here, you'll understand and you'll know that I express this and bring this up multiple times throughout your build, which I did with this car. And once the car's been painted and it's pretty much ready to go back together, the customer's decided that he now has gone down a different direction, which is fine, but he wants no fuse box, no aircon, intercooler pipes just to come through where the battery trays are. He wants them deleted because obviously going to go no hole, which I would have done from the start. But we do what the customer wants. So this is what he wanted, it's what he got. At the end of the day, it doesn't change anything that we do here. It just means that you guys pay twice. And we're not about making you guys pay twice. At the end of the day, it's easier for us to do the job the first time and get it done properly and get it done right and save you guys money. You know, at the end of the day, you know, if it's 4 or 5 grand per car that people just chucking money away to have to redo things, it starts adding up. So what I'm saying, if you're building a car, really plan your build and be 100% sure on what you want to do before you do it. Otherwise, you'll pay twice. And this is what's happening now. So, and the thing is, this car was done and painted. It was ready for fitting up stage. We're waiting on the roof lining to get done, which is now done. It's been done for 2 weeks. But I don't want to put the roof lining in because we need to do fab work and body filler, and a brand new fresh roof lining will get dust on it, and I don't want to do that. So I'm leaving it out at the moment, and that's why I haven't put the car together, but I can't wait any longer, and I need to fit this car up. Otherwise, it's just going to sit around. So that's why I've opted to put all the panels on it. I'm going to leave the front end off, guards and so forth, so we're not leaning on them when we're doing the engine bay. But so this car's now out of the paint shop in assembling bay, let's say, and we now have Damien on another project, Nathan on another project, Joe on another project, and myself on another project, and this car here is in fit up bay, ready to get fitted up. Now what happens, that the engine bay needs to be done. It's not, we can't just drop everything that we're doing and just get back onto this car, because we have other customers' cars that have been waiting in line, and we have other priorities. So now we have to make time and squeeze this in amongst the other jobs to get this done, which is probably the most frustrating thing about redoing stuff. So getting it done is no problem. It's trying to make time to get this done, so we're not slowing down on other jobs that customers have been waiting, you know, a year and a half, 2 years to get their car in. So that's what's happening with this. As you can see, guys, we've now put in the new chrome door latches there. So they're all in. Obviously, when we painted the car, we've painted all inside the doors here. So we'll detail all that up. We'll put all the locks back in, put all the rods, everything back in. We'll clean up these locks. We're going to get new gold bolts for there, and obviously the new door rubbers and Bailey channels and so forth. Clean up the pinch moles, put new scuff plates. Actually, he's opted not to go new scuff plates. Not sure why, but they won't be getting done on this one. But yeah, so I've got them in. They obviously line up perfect. The front lines up perfect. We've done the same and put the chrome on the front there. So yeah, pretty much I'm going to fit up this car from the front doors back, like we did on Dylan's VL pretty much. While they're doing the boys are doing the engine bay. So once the engine bay is done, we can pretty much just put the front end on and send this car and do a final QC on it, and it's pretty much done. So it will be good to see the back of this one. It has been here for quite some time, but Rome wasn't built in a day, and so wasn't this VL. So at the end of the day, I don't care. And if you've dealt with me, like I've said before in the past, and you've had your car done here, I don't like to put time frames on shit anymore, because all you do is, by rushing stuff, you're compromising the finished result. And I don't care anymore how long it takes, as long as it's done right, and I'm happy with it. So yeah, if you ask me how long a car takes, it takes as long as it takes, as long as it's done right and it's a good job. I'm happy with it. So yeah, no, this will be a very, very nice car once it's done. And I believe the owner's taking this to Profab Racing down in Melbourne to get the full driveline package done, is what I've been told. So that would be pretty cool. Obviously, they do great work. That's enough of me talking shit today. But yeah, next time you see us, hopefully this one will be done.
Yo.
Hey.
Hey, man.
Oh, you good? Hey, guys, this is Big Katabani, Brandon Katabani.
I'm here to take over.
He's from Tech Built. This guy is worth millions. He's a big player in the SA Millionaire Club. And yeah, I idolise him. And
yeah.
How many millions he made this week?
I can't tell you. I can't tell you.
He's made that much, he doesn't even know. He can't.
My accountant can't keep up. I have to get 3 on the books now.
Yeah, so yeah, he just comes past once a week and tries to give me life lessons on how to make money. So yeah, that's what we're about to do. We're going to learn how to make money today. Tell him. What? Don't forget.
What?
I'm going to teach you this YouTube stuff.
Like,
these millionaires, they don't know much.
Guys, this is CK here. Like, subscribe, and pay up.
Yeah, pay up. Yeah, that's right.
Boom!